beautiful people, LosingDrea here, and you know what time it is. Time for a video. Okay, so as the title says, this is my pet peeves about keto and paleo. I really don't even know how to start this. I don't want to offend people. I hate offending people. I don't like to say things and then I get people into an uproar and their panties get all in a knot. And the next thing you know, they're just flaming me here and there or just coming at me in my inbox saying, hey, what's wrong with you? What's your problem? What are you doing? I don't profess to be a guru in any way, shape, or form when it comes to being on the ketogenic lifestyle, way of eating, diet, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm just letting you know I'm putting it out here right now. I always tell everybody, do your own research. I mean, I'm not even going around and like giving my testimony about how great I feel on the diet and how everybody else should get on board with it, especially if they're complaining of many of the problems that I was complaining of prior to getting on the this way of eating. So, you know, like I did that for a while and then I found that there was this video out there on Netflix. It's a documentary called The Magic Pill, and then I'm like, well, just go watch The Magic Pill, or I'll send them over to Dr. Eric Westman's channel or Dr. Eric Berg's channel, or any number of, you know, there's Casey Durango, there's a number of people that are out there that are eating this way that have been for years and are so very successful that have had buttloads of weight loss, or is that buttloads of weight off? Anyways, same diff, different day. And yeah, you know, it doesn't matter really what you do. I've said this before. I don't know if I said it in videos or just saying it in general to people I've talked to, because I talk to so many people when I'm just out and about. People who see me in the grocery store, because I live in a kind of a small town, so like everybody knows me and they see how I shop on a regular basis. They see me on the daily buying like meats and cheese and all this high fat foods, and they see me that I'm looking better even though I don't feel like the weight's coming off on the scale. Obviously there's something that's benefiting me, whether it's my skin is clearer, my eyes are clearer, maybe I seem a little bit more alert. I really don't know what the whole deal is, what people are seeing, but obviously they're seeing and noticing things in me that I can't notice in myself unless I do these videos, which is why I do these videos. But in any case, and I might be rambling really, really, really fast, and I'm so very sorry for that, but that's just how I feel today. I am full of energy, full of this like, wow, you know, I don't have to worry about having cancer. I don't have cancer. Those nodules, whether they're or not, whatever they are, I might have to worry down the road, you know, watch them so that they don't grow, but there is no cancer in them. They are not cancerous. They are totally benign, and I am so very pumped and happy about that. And yes, I do believe in the power of prayer, and I believe that that's probably what more than likely saved me, because I've been believing for the last couple of years that I had cancer for one reason or another, and I'm one of these people, I'm usually very right on what I say, but not that I put it out there and say it so that it could be real, but I just know things. And because of that feeling that I had in preparation and whatnot is when I started and why I started the ketogenic lifestyle in the first place. And here I am, you know, this coming January, which is in just another few months, it will be 2 years since I had started eating keto. Now, granted, I didn't stay strict to the diet. I had my lazy keto. I had my I don't know, whatever kind of keto you want to call it, because I wasn't like doing just strictly clean, straight through keto. I was eating a few things here and there and going off plan for a month or two, and then of course, finding it to be the most easiest thing to get back on board with, so that I can stop eating and binging on all those high carb, sugary, crappy things that, you know, a lot of us are addicted to. So anyways, what I wanted to tell you guys was the things that I really am getting a little perturbed with, my pet peeves, my things that I'm not happy with, I'm not on board with, that are really, really bothering me about the whole ketogenic lifestyle itself. Okay, now it's not let me reiterate, this is not the diet itself, nothing about the diet that doesn't work or any of that, because there are people that are doing it correctly. They either got a keto coach, or they're reading a book, or they're doing something that I'm not. Okay, so whatever's not working for me, don't do as I do, just, but my mom, this last time around when I restarted, thanks to my mom lives with me. It's just her and I in the house right now. And she's been doing the diet with me, and therefore it's been a heck of a lot easier, because I was able to throw out everything in the house. Anything that could have been a trigger is gone out of the house. Or so I thought. Well, pet peeve number 1, and this might be probably the main pet peeve, so I don't know, should I go from the least one that affects me to the one that affects me most, or I'm just going to put it all out there? I think I'm just going to put it all out there, because I did take notes. This is going to be in no general order. This is just things that are bothering me, but this probably is one of the biggest ones, and that is she is on Facebook. Like many of us are on Facebook. I'm on Facebook. You're probably on Facebook. Pinterest, Facebook, all those things. When you like something, it'll send it right to your Facebook page, right on your timeline. She sees all these recipes, and she's in some sort of a group. Now, I did this too in the very beginning. I started joining up all these different keto groups. If it said keto in the name, I joined it. Well, this is what happened. Once I'm in, I start seeing things being posted, which is basic misinformation, or at least in my case, it didn't pertain to me, and therefore it wasn't doing anything but keeping me highly addictive in the mind to a lot of these foods that the whole reason for being on keto, I am not supposed to eat. I'm trying not to eat. So, you want to break the habit of the carbs and the sugars which convert into carbs. You want to break those habits. So you're not eating the pasta, you're not eating the cakes, the cookies, the crackers, the breads, any of these things that are laden high in carb, or high in something that, like sugars, that you really do not want to put into your body. And yet there are so many people out there that are trying to overcome their cravings by making mock, fake things that look like the things they're not supposed to eat. So they're making keto bread or paleo bread, or they're making some ketofied pizza or mock pizza, or, all these different recipes. I don't even have to go into it. I'm sure if you guys are here on my channel because you're on a ketogenic diet, or you're interested so much in it and you've done your research or trying to do some of your research, I'm pretty sure you've seen so many things out there. And it's not that I want to break that little bubble that you might be in at the moment, like a little pink cloud that you're on, saying, I could do this because I could eat this and I can eat that, and I don't really have to give up eating chocolate, and I really don't have to give up eating bread and cake. They have alternatives to that are low in carb. Yes, there is alternatives. However, any diet, I don't care what you want to call it, journey, diet, way of eating, lifestyle, whatever you want to call it, if you put it in your mouth, you want to create a calorie deficit, and that's the only way you're gonna lose weight. You can eat just about anything you want. Where it goes on your body, up, down, in the middle, I can't tell you that. Research out there proven by people who aren't selling books and potions and programs and pills will tell you, usually it goes right to your middle, whatever the case may be. I've tried. If you look at, I have over 800 videos here on my channel, and many of them from back in 2011 show you all the different things that I've tried, that I've went on, because not just for myself, but to show you guys, will it work? And it all worked. I lost weight on every bit of it. So, the main thing to keep in mind here is, and I've said this in other videos, and I've said this to people when I've had discussions with them, create a calorie deficit. How do you create a calorie deficit, you ask? Well, first of all, you want to bite it and write it. Anything that you eat and put in your mouth, don't be lazy, because I get lazy. I'm 199.9999% guilty of this one. I stop going to MyFitnessPal, or I stop going to Spark People, or I stop using carb counter or whatever I'm using to log my food, and I stop logging my food, and I think that I got this, and I know what's in a, like a handful of this is 4 ounces, or 28 almonds is a serving. I think I got this and I know this, and I just get lazy and I don't want to measure it or portion it out, and I just kind of eat it and I think I'm okay. And I'm not creating a calorie deficit. So no matter what type of food, whether you're eating all carb, high carb, or you're eating low carb, no carb, doesn't matter. You do have to count and watch your calories that you're consuming, or you're not going to be effective at losing weight. I have good brain cognitions. You might feel better. You might physically feel better. You might have all this energy. You might not have any of the inflammation because you're not eating grain anymore, or you're not doing pasta, which is ultimately grain. Those kind of things completely help you. But if you're trying to lose weight on anything, but especially on the ketogenic diet, you cannot eat everything you see online. You cannot eat the fat bombs. You cannot, you could eat any of that stuff. Let me rephrase it. You could eat any of the stuff that you see as long as it fits within your daily allowed calories. Okay, so if you go to MyFitnessPal, or you go to, let's say you Spark People, or whatever calorie counting program you use, okay, you might just be counting macros because you just care about macros, because there are doctors out there that say, hey, just to get you first into a state of ketosis, that you don't need to worry about exercising, and that you don't need to worry about counting calories. Just eat this, this, and that, and don't eat anything that's not on this list, and let's see where it gets you. And in most cases, people drop a bunch of weight right out the gate. No questions asked, because they're cutting out a lot of things that were bad for them to begin with, and they're almost immediately feeling satiated, and they're not eating as much, and or maybe they don't have a gallbladder like me, and they're going to the bathroom a lot more because they're eating now all this fat, and they don't have a way to combat the fat, and they're dumping it in the toilet. So the kind of thing that I'm trying to talk about with my pet peeve is all these recipes that are out there. There's websites. I'm not even going to give any names, because there's so many sites and blogs and people out there who have YouTube channels. They don't need me to plug them. They're doing way, way, way better than I've ever done on any of my social media platforms. Now, they are trying to sell cookbooks, and they're trying to be different than the other guy, and yet I see so many of the same people that I'm subscribed to here on YouTube that are on a ketogenic lifestyle, that they do recipe videos, and then this one will do a recipe video, and then I'll see one that's the same one that one's doing. Maybe this one over here thought, well, I saw this video, I'm going to do it on my channel, because I'm pretty sure out of my 10,000 subscribers, not all of them are subscribed to these guys over here, and they didn't see it. I don't know what the mentality is. I don't like to do the whole competition thing, but if I'm going to cook something and I'm going to do it on camera, I'm going to share it with you guys. It really doesn't matter what it is. I don't believe that there's any kind of copycats, like in that respect, here on YouTube, but I know that there are copycats here on YouTube. Come on, I'm not stupid. But there's a difference between copying somebody and just being who you are and doing what you do, no matter where you learned it from. And yeah, there's probably a good number of your subscribers that don't subscribe to that other channel, that might not have seen what you saw. And so if you feel like putting it out there, go ahead, put it out there. Putting anything out there is going to keep you accountable. So that's a really good thing. But there is a difference between paleo and keto. Paleo allows certain foods like root vegetables, like yams, carrots, whole, healthy, whole 30. That kind of food does not necessarily belong in a ketogenic lifestyle, because some of that will kick you out of ketosis. It'll give you too many, it'll make your insulin and, your glucogen level and whatever, and your sugars rise to the point where you just don't need to be eating that stuff. And keto, it's not allowed. So you have to kind of, decipher. Like, I'm on Pinterest and I see, keto recipes, and I go and I follow this board of keto recipes, and come to find out it's mixed, and it has low carb, high fat mixed in with paleo, and it's not all just keto, and you really have to be careful. And if you really don't even know and you're new to this, it's very confusing, it's daunting because of the confusion. And, you know, you think, oh, I can eat this, and you eat it and you mess yourself up, and then you're mad either at yourself or you're mad at Pinterest or whatever, wherever you saw it. And you really have to do your research because there's so much of this out there now. This is not just something new. This didn't just happen overnight. This is not some quick fix fad. This is not some diet pill that's being sold in Walmart and Walgreens and whatever. This is your life. This is just real eating, real food. And there isn't any science behind that. You can't fix it in any way. You can't take some. There's people out there, they're selling ketones, and these extra electrolytes and all these things. And, oh, you know, you're going to benefit much better and you're going to have a lot more better weight loss from it. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I haven't tried it. But, you know, I found some people through recipes or something, and I really liked what they had to say, and then I subscribed to them, and then I start looking through more of their videos, and then I start seeing that they're, you know, pushing some sort of a program or a potion, or a little bit of a program and a potion and some pills or whatever it is that can help you with this thing we call ketosis. Well, not that I call it that, but that's just what it is. Now, ketosis is a metabolic state that your body goes into when you feed it a lot less carbs, and then it says, well, where am I going to get my energy from? And so it looks to the fat. So now you're feeding it more fat. I'm sorry. I am so itchy lately. My nose is just driving me nuts. But anyway, so you feed it more fat, high fat, moderate protein, because protein can convert into sugar if you eat too much of it, and very, very, very low carb. Some people say 20 or less. Some people say 50 or less. Who's right? Who's wrong? I think everybody's different, and you just have to kind of test, you know, the waters and see what works for you. But that's another pet peeve that I have. You know, there's so much mixed situations going on here about, is it 50 or less or 20 or less? I don't know about you, but if I'm allowed an additional 30 carbs a day, I'm a food addict. I'm going to run with that. I'm going to run with it, and I'm going to try to eat more carbs than I'm allowed. Okay? The other thing is, besides the whole, the recipes that I'm seeing that are being made, the cheesecake pumpkin pie, I made one of those, guys. I'll insert some pictures right here. Yeah, delicious. I have a couple of slices still left in my refrigerator, and I even made a 16 slices out of that whole pie to try to get the best macro count, because even though it doesn't have real sugar in it, and even though there's no flour in it, and even though it's high fat and keto friendly, it's still high caloric. And do you want to eat a meal, or do you want to eat a little sliver of pie that's really probably not going to fill you up, especially if you're intermittent fasting and you haven't eaten all day, and or you just have a little window of time when you want to eat, and you want to fill up on the better foods that are more healthier for you, and then not like some little sliver of pie that might just be temporarily filling. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm a food addict. I love sugar. And prior to going on keto, I had a hard time staying away from those things. My brain tastes something sweet. I'm drinking coffee, guys. It's got stevia and heavy whipping cream in there. I might be one of the few people, or one of the many people, that might be allergic to dairy. And yet it says all over keto, you can have dairy. Not everybody can. So you have to watch everything. You have to watch yourself. You have to try to gauge what you're eating. Write it down. Take note. Mentally prepare yourself, but mentally pay attention to what you're eating and what it's doing to your body. Because if you're gaining weight, or you're flatlining and you're plateauing and you're not losing weight, then it's possible that what you're doing for yourself with that keto diet is not for you. Okay? Or you just change it up. You know, try something different. Try a different approach. Doesn't necessarily say you have to quit doing the keto, but maybe the way you're doing the keto is not working for you for a reason, because there's something that, even though it works for other people, it's not working for you. So yeah, you know, I was just all over the place with this video, and I'm really so apologetic for that. But I want to get this content out to you guys, and this is how I'm feeling in the moment. And I said, let me come on here and do this video, because if I don't get it out here and I don't say what I need to say, I'm gonna, like, it's gonna be like on this side of my brain and then out that side of my brain, and I'm gonna totally forget about it until the next time something comes up that pisses me off. Like my mother right now, I'm ready to nix her off of my own Facebook page. And Mom, if you're watching this, I hope you know I'm serious. I'm going to delete you from Facebook so you can't keep posting these videos and all these recipes, because they are triggers, okay? It looks like real pumpkin pie to me. It looks like real lasagna to me. I don't care what it is, okay? I have every recipe known to man that I have had on the internet, because I've been on this thing for 2 years. You just started it in the beginning of August. So keep in mind, Mother, you can't share with me anything I haven't already seen. If you want something, request it. Like, this is a restaurant, since you treat it like it is anyways. And I'll try to make for you what I can in my own way of making it. I don't want to look at these videos. Seriously, guys. I can only eat so many meatballs a day, or so much zucchini noodles or zoodles or whatever you call them a day. There's only like one meal a day that I'm going to eat, and she's inundating me with all these recipes, and it's like, yeah, they look good, but you're getting the wrong idea. And when you really look at them, they're not healthy. Okay, let me give you a good, and here's another pet peeve. This Starbucks, this pink drink. Okay, guys, somebody finally stepped up and spoke out against the pink drink. It's not on all forums, but it was the one that I saw, and I'm glad that I got to bear witness to the fact that the pink drink is not good for you if you read the instruction, if you read the ingredients, okay? I forget what it is, because I don't do Starbucks. I don't do the pink drink. I don't do any Starbucks. I don't care if I'm out and about. I try not to eat it all, because I just don't trust nobody, okay? Anybody will say anything to make a buck, and then you're knocked out of ketosis, and you got nobody to blame but yourself, because you didn't bring your own snacks and your own food. And I mean, worst comes to worst, go to like Five Guys Burgers and Fries and get the burger, not the fries, less the bun, put it on some lettuce, and you're good to go. Okay, you can do that with any of your fast food restaurants. You do not have to typically keep up with the Joneses and eat what you see. But I'm one of those people. I can't just go into one of those places and not look at all those fries or all those potatoes sitting in a sack or all those nuts sitting there in a sack and not eat some. Okay? And one is too many and 1,000 is never enough. And that's because I am an addict. So I don't care what kind of addict you are, food addict, drug addict, one is too many, 1,000 never enough. You cannot just have one, guys. Just can't. At least I can't. I might be able to get away with it once or twice, but you know what? I'm not going to push the envelope, because it's not going to happen all the time like that. I'm going to end up screwing up. And when I screw up bad and for a long time to come. It doesn't just like, oh, okay, tomorrow's a new day, I'll do better. No. Once I get the taste in my mouth, once I get the feeling in my body, and I get all those warm endorphins and all that tingling, I want more, guys. I want more. So can't. And I don't want to look at it as, oh, I can't have this and I can't have that. What I'm really looking at, and I heard this said somewhere else, is I'm looking at, I won't have the disease in my thyroid called cancer. I won't have these other autoimmune diseases that are probably affecting my body, my health, my sleep, my hunger, everything. I got to look at that. I'm not going to be sick. I'm not going to have all this inflammation. I'm not going to have headaches, mouth aches, butt aches, back aches, leg aches, toe aches, all these things that people are saying, this hurts, that hurts. You know what? I'm 48 years young, and I feel like I'm 18. And it's all thanks to eating a ketogenic lifestyle. Right now, I'm doing keto, but I'm kind of doing more like on the carnivore side. Because I tend to gravitate more towards meat and eggs. Meat, eggs, and cheese if you're a carnivore. Or you know anything about the carnivore diet, I think that's what they eat. Meat, eggs, and cheese. And I'm gearing more towards that because I just feel so much better when I'm eating that. And I don't have to think about anything else. And when I'm eating vegetables, I get the cravings to just eat everything. So how can that be good for me if that's how it makes me feel? And I'm trying to eat less, or I'm just trying to not have hunger. which normally when you're in ketosis, you're not hungry. And if you are, there's something wrong. You're ingesting something that's getting into your bloodstream, that's going throughout your body, and it's not good for you. Seriously, you need to recheck your eating habits and go back through your ingredients to everything that you're consuming and be honest with yourself about that, guys, because, you know, maltitol, mannitol, you name it. You know, I was thinking, oh, I can do the Hershey sugar-free chocolate chips because the Lily's is really expensive. Well, guess what? You can't. Okay, Lily's is made with stevia. I had to find out the hard way because I didn't pay attention, was thinking more about the money and not so much about my health. And what little bit that I choose to associate myself with food-wise, there's no reason I can't spend the extra money to eat the better cuts of meat or the better, you know, pasture-raised eggs or whatever. But I don't have to. I don't have to. I do eat meat that's not grass-fed, and I do eat eggs that are not pasture-raised. You know, I eat what I can get. I eat what I can afford. And maybe that's a problem. I don't know. Because I have gotten to a point where I'm just kind of like, you know, a pound up, a pound down, just bouncing back and forth like a little ball, you know, just doop, 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 and not going anywhere. But hey, it's all pet peeves that I have. Maybe you have some pet peeves of your own, some things that you're not really happy about that you found out about the ketogenic way of living that, you know, you maybe have some questions. I don't know. Leave them in the comments down below. Please, 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 even if you don't subscribe to my channel, but you have some questions for me, don't hesitate to leave a comment down below. And ask me, or hit me up in my inbox, or find me on any one of my social medias. I'm LosingDrea just about anywhere and everywhere that you can possibly think of, whether it's Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, you name it, even Instagram. That's where you'll find me. The same as my channel name here is LosingDrea. And I'll try to help wherever I can be of help, because when you ask me questions, sometimes you are helping me. And when you talk to me about what's going on with you, and I learn things about you, you're helping me. You never know. So don't be afraid to ask. Don't think you're wasting my time. You're not. I love each and every one of you so, so very much. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel and you do like the content that I'm putting out, please do click the subscribe button down below and be sure to ring the bell so you can be notified of all new videos as I put them out to you. And yeah, I really can't think of any more pet peeves, but I'm sure there's a lot more of them that I have. With that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey. And I will definitely be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Be blessed. Mwah.